Okay, we're getting back in. Mics are hot.
Oh.
I'm the one. That was Earth Gang. But we had some Olivia Rodrigo. And I'd actually love to start there. Why Vampire?
The honest true story is that I really like to watch dance videos because I used to be a dancer. So I was watching one where these people did choreo to that single that came out, and this guy was like killing it. And I was like, this sounds like Olivia Rodrigo, and I looked it up, and it was her latest single, so I just started listening to
what kind of dance did you do?
Hip hop.
Hip hop dance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! You know, I did hip hop dance in high school.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was embarrassing because for me it was because I also played. Well, enough about me. So what ages were you doing dances?
I started when I was like 5. And then I stopped when I was like 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a long time. That's like a big chunk.
Yeah, I thought that I was gonna be a dancer. Like that was like my thing. And then when I was in college, I realized that it was getting in the way of me like finishing my degree. So I had to quit and like finish my degree. And then I coached a few teams. And then I was like, I started comedy.
Oh, where'd you go to college? Black? No.
No, I went to CU Boulder.
Oh snap! So wait, so are you?
Yeah, I'm from Colorado.
That's a good place to start.
Moved down to Florida. Okay. Was here for a job, and then I started comedy. And then once comedy got going, I was like, I'm gonna go back.
Oh. So you're from Colorado. Mm-hmm. Dance revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. Are you good at DDR, by the way?
No.
Yeah. I feel like if you're good at dancing, you're bad at DDR.
Yeah, because it's just stomping.
Yeah.
It's like I know that there's like dance moves in it, but like the whole time I'm just like shit. It's just not fun.
You're just holding on to the edges and you're just like going for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bad at both. Actually, no, I'm a good dancer. So what's your home address, by the way? Just
okay.
No, off limits. That's off limits, right?
Yes.
What's your home address?
No.
Are you being? I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not. Right? Is it just me?
So
I'm like slowly learning more.
So how did you get into comedy, by the way?
Oh God. Every time you guys, it's like so hard to answer this question every time, but because it's just cringy. The pandemic started. I was working at Flagler. I was working from home, not a lot of shit going on. I was talking to one of my friends on FaceTime, and I was making him laugh, and he said, have you ever thought about doing stand-up comedy? And I said, like, I don't really know. And then one of my friends that lives in LA said that her friend took a comedy class and that they did like a performance after the comedy class. And I was like, that's a cool thing. Like, I didn't realize you could take a class. And I was too nervous to just like go to a mic and just start doing it. So I took a class in Jacksonville. And then after it, you know, you do a little performance, you start going to the mics and stuff. And then I kind of just like started going into the scene in Jacksonville. That's like kind of that was like my home scene in Florida for the majority of the time that I lived here.
Yeah.
And I started meeting other comics, and, you know, they would teach me, like they would kind of help me figure out jokes, take me to shows. I started going to a lot of shows just to hang out and just to like listen. And then kind of just never stopped rolling from there.
Kept going. And so you were at the High Dive this week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so that venue, like I have a lot of musicians on here, and they love that for music, and I never thought about it being comedy. How was that? Like, it's a pretty big
It's great.
spot, right?
So I've done the High Dive a few times because there used to be a show. I think there still are, but there used to be a lot of local comics in Gainesville that would run shows out of the High Dive.
Okay.
Specifically Austin Perkins, who is the head of Dunce Cat Comedy, who just moved to Austin, and he's running shows there now. But yeah, it's a really fun show. It was my first headlining show, and they had the venue reached out to me like 6 months ago before I moved to Denver, and they were like, "Hey, we know you've performed here before. We like what we see online, that what you've been doing the past few years. We'd love to offer you an invite to like come headline a show a weekday." And I took it and I made it into like a Morgan Gallo and Friends show to kind of like beef up the lineup a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I was some goats out there. Yeah, James, John.
Well, those are all my like uncles. So I was like, I have to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they taught me comedy, so I have to have them open for me. And it didn't freak. People were like telling me I was like stupid for putting 3 strong headliners in front of me, but I thought it was like smart because then I had to live up to it, and it was great, and I had a lot of fun. So
it's like Kings of Comedy. It's like they're all headliners. Somebody's got to go.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a blast. I was a nervous wreck the whole week.
Yeah.
I was very nervous flying here and thinking about it, and I was like so worried about ticket sales, but it did great. It was
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of online, right? Can we talk about it?
Online?
Let's fight about it. I want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's my podcast.
I'm a huge fan of Morgan's podcast.
Oh, thanks.
I
nice.
buried the lead this whole time. Big fan. And so I will say one thing.
Yeah.
So I started my show before I knew what your show was, right?
Okay, cool.
Because like Let's Be Friends and Let's Fight About It, they seem related, don't they? It seems like did he and it's like, did he take her idea? No. But so we clear that misconception. So friendship, fighting.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it. We're doing both. Right?
Yeah.
No, we're doing. What's what we're doing right now? Are we fighting?
Screw you.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
What? Have I what?
Have you ever been in a fist fight? So this show, Let's Fight About It, it's crazy. What they do is she gets two comedians in, and they just like bare knuckle brawl. It's the craziest thing. It's all audio.
With their words.
With their words.
With their words.
I just say
not their fists.
with their words. No. But man, you've had some great guests on there.
Thanks. It's been very fun.
Yes. Tell me about how that happened.
I had the idea for the podcast like a while ago, like 2 years ago, and I just never did anything about it because I didn't like know if I should do it by myself. I didn't know if I should have co-hosts. And so I started it with 2 local Orlando comedians, and it was great. And the first season was awesome. And we kind of just did like, we had like different topics every week, and we would kind of, like it was always something I wanted to do where I brought people together to fight over stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think right now the internet, we're all fighting over like really crazy important human shit.
Yeah.
That sometimes it's like, let's just fight over something stupid and bring like some levity to the situation. So yeah, it just kind of like happened that way, and I'm really thankful for the 2 co-hosts that I had at the beginning because it like really made the podcast like what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I decided to move to Denver, I was like, okay, I've poured my heart and soul into this brand. I gotta take it with me. So I was really thankful that I was able to like take it to Denver and start I shifted it a little bit to where I became the host, and I brought in new comedians every week to go against each other. And that's kind of what we've been doing for season 2. So
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. Fun. I follow you on Spotify, and so when you post an episode, it auto downloads.
Oh shit, that's cool.
I'm that big of a fan.
Oh my god, that's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you're listening right now, just hit that auto download for me right now. Let's be friends. Anyway.
Yeah.
But no, that's how big of a fan. And so before I was like, I'm excited for this because I wanted to drop the bomb that I'm a fan.
Cool. Thanks for listening, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no. So have you ever been in a fist fight, by the way?
No, I wish I was though.
Yeah.
I've like fought my brother when we were kids, but not like real. You know what I mean? Like just like pushing, slapping each other. Yeah.
Who's your favorite guest you've ever had on your show? That's loaded.
Oh no, actually, I have a favorite like pair of people.
There we go.
So I had Lee Robinson and Kate McLaughlin on, and they are 2 comedians in Denver that have a show called Dyketopia.
Yes. I literally started following the Dyketopia.
They are so hilarious. I produce their podcast at our studio in Denver, Dude IDK Studios. Shout out. And they were just so stupid and dumb, and it was you obviously know this, but the fight that we had was about everything Disney princesses. Yeah. So I asked them, like, who, out of all the Disney princesses, like, who's the closeted lesbian?
Belle.
Like, who, or, like, who's the mean girl? Which one do you think is trans? Because they're both part of the queer community, and they have this huge queer show in Denver, and they sell out. They just sold out the Oriental Theater, like, 500 seats.
Can we still say that?
Yeah, I believe it's Asian.
I know, but they won't change the name of the theater. It's called the Oriental Theater. That's what it's called. They call it the O now, I guess. But yeah, they were great. I love that. I love that episode.
Yeah, no, I saw that episode and I started following them because like these people are funny. So I've been like watching what they're doing. They're doing great things. So
Yeah, they're
thank you
awesome.
for like spotlighting these people because I'm like learning
Yeah,
about
of course.
the Denver scene just by being a fan
Yeah.
of you. That's cool. So you have to take shots.
Do I take shots
Shots.
of alcohol?
Yeah. No.
No.
So-
I'm confused. Wait,
So
what?
that song shots.
Yes, I know that song.
Terrible segue, by the way. LMAFO comedy.
Oh, you mean LMAOF?
LMAOF
Yes.
comedy.
Yes.
Tell me about that. How'd that happen?
So, well, everyone knows I have an OnlyFans. I don't give a fuck. So I started OnlyFans last October. It's the best thing I've ever done, to be
Yeah.
totally honest with you. And I started it, and then I reached out. I did a show. This is crazy. I did a show with Morgan J, who is a amazing headliner, guitar player, like singer, just released a special, awesome. We're going on tour in the fall, and I'm so excited to be with him. He gave me the number for a booker at OnlyFans who was starting a stand-up comedy series.
Yeah.
And I reached out to them, and at the time I was living in Orlando, and they do it by city. They do like episodes by city, and they had already done the Miami one. And so she was like kind of going back and forth with me, and she liked my stuff, and like it kind of got lost in translation. And then I ended up like saying to her, hey, I am moving to Denver in a month. Like, if you guys are doing a Denver episode, like I would rather rep Denver because that's where I'll be. And then I never heard from her again, and it was really weird. And I moved to Denver, and I saw that LMAOF was doing the Denver episode, and that they had chosen their comedians. And I was like, damn, I missed out on this. But then I ended up doing a show in Miami with Jeff Ross, who I've worked with before.
Oh wow.
And he's so funny. He's
Yeah.
so good. I love him so much. And because he asked me to come back for that show. And then for some reason, the head of OFTV was in the green room because I didn't realize that OnlyFans has like a headquarters in Miami. They're like from Fort
Tracks.
Lauderdale or something.
Yeah, it tracks.
And yeah. And so he saw me perform, and then he came into the green room, and we were talking, and I had mentioned to him like, hey, I have this account. I talked to someone. He's like, oh, yeah, we should just put you on the Denver episode. That was great. And so it kind of just like happened.
Yeah,
And then
that's
he
what's up, man.
added me, and then we did the taping at Comedy Works, which
Yeah.
is like a legendary
Yeah.
location. And I got really lucky, basically, is what happened. I got very lucky. It was like, if I wasn't in that show, or if I didn't come back to Florida for that show,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I have like it's not really a special, it's like a 7-minute taping with 2 other comedians, a part of the episode,
Yeah.
in Denver as part of LMAOF. So yeah.
Well, luck is the product of hard work and preparation. So that's what luck is. That's Kobe.
That's a good.
Really
Ooh,
good.
is it?
That's Kobe right there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? What's the
I
quote?
think it's luck is the product of hard work and preparation.
Mhm.
Because
An opportunity.
because when an opportunity comes, you can be lucky and get an opportunity and not be ready for it. And
Yep.
so you're ready for it and you did it. So
Oh,
that's what's
shout
up,
out
man.
Kobe.
Yeah, shout
Shout out Kobe.
I probably butchered that. Earlier I was talking to Jimmy. I quoted Ernest Hemingway.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
And I was probably. the
You
one
are
that
just a
wrote it.
wealth of information, aren't you?
Yeah, I have so much useless information. Speaking
Useful?
of useless.
Speaking of useless.
Oh, he looks at you.
no, that was totally intentional. So top 5 comedians, Morgan. Who are your top 5 comedians? I should get more time for this.
Oh God,
a
like
hard
famous
question.
people.
Well, yeah, famous people for sure.
Oh God, I hate being asked that question.
Yeah, that's a tough
Good.
one.
I don't really like
Influential.
influential.
Oh, how about this? Give me your comedy influences. But Kels, Jimmy, I want top 5.
Oh shit.
But
Okay.
for you, give me, who are
Okay,
your
well, I'll tell you
influences?
this. The first comedian that was ever. This is so ironic and weird, but the first comedians I ever saw, because I grew up with a Hispanic dad, is like George Lopez,
Nice.
Fluffy,
Enrique.
Carlos Mencia, but he's, not anymore. But like
Yeah,
those people, and then I got, the year that I got into comedy was actually the year that Taylor Tomlinson released her first special, Quarter Life Crisis.
Yeah.
And I was like in awe, because she's only like 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like this is like the kind of comedy that is like funny and like personal and not at all like
Yeah.
this. I don't know how to describe it. It felt like a new like era of comedy to me
Yeah.
for some reason, and so she was like a really big influence for me. And I get compared to her. I used to get compared to her a lot, which is always tough because like you don't want to like emulate someone too much, especially when you're starting out. But yeah, she's probably like one of my biggest influences.
Big
for
fan.
sure.
She's nuanced. Like she's got like a just you can tell she's writing. You know?
Yeah.
Like and I think as a comedian I think that holds different than like a casual. But like there's comedians that aren't writing and they still have good stuff, but it's like a different type of comedian that's like writing. And you can tell she's like working and yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I love her. She's awesome.
Oh man, so influences. Yeah, I think we're out of time for this.
Okay.
But actually no, we're not. I got something because I have so many questions for you.
Okay, ask me the questions. I'm fine. I'm not.
Right in the middle.
I have so many questions. But no, here's the thing. Because I have so many questions, we got to do rapid fire. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I think
I'm ready. I'm getting ready. Okay, so what's your favorite movie?
The Little Mermaid.
Who's your most average looking friend? These are questions.
I would have never guessed that question.
Say it.
Mikey Belilas.
Shout out to Mikey. One album for the rest of your life. What is it?
What?
One album for the rest of your life. What is it?
Mac Miller's debut album.
Okay.
Blue Slide Park.
Okay. To be or not to be?
3B.
Oh, nice. Okay, if you had to choose between your eyebrows or eyelashes, which one would you keep?
My eyebrows.
Good choice. What number am I thinking of?
69.
Would you like fries with that?
No.
And the Oscar goes to.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ooh, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Being asked rapid fire
Okay,
questions.
last question, and we'll make it quick because we gotta wrap it up. What do you think happens when you die? And just quickly.
What?
What do you think happens when you die?
I think that we go into the ground and we become plant matter, and then our soul enters in another universe, and we learn all the secrets of aliens.
I also believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Cool.
Jinx, so then we're gonna do something because I was gonna say all that. Jimmy, I need a
What?
song. I need a song from you.
Any song?
Any song.
Let's do Honk If You're Lonely Tonight by the Sober Jews.
Let's do it. I love that.
Is that a
name.
real song?
Yeah.
It is now. Okay, we're gonna be back with some Jimmy Moynihan.
Yeah, I want to say Moynihan. I'm not 100%. Wow.
Okay, well now I feel like I've gotten to know you. That's
What happened?